Honorable Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know, when I was hearing you speaking, I was thinking, what can I say after these great inspirational testimonies? And I would want to say that actually this is what we want. This is the motivational power that we need to listen all the time to encourage women to fully participate in public life in general, not just within political parties or run for elections, etc. I think, I've been doing a lot of studies related to women participation within the structures of political parties and in public life. And what bothers me all the time is that we have the same finding. But when we do comparative studies, there's less that has been done to change the status. We're still in the status quo. We're still having the same figures. We're not doing enough to change that situation. Because when, we have beautiful legislation, we have very advanced legislations related to women, but we're always having the same issues at the level of implementation because of the so many cultural barriers that we have, but we're not doing what we call the moralization of public life and doing enough advocacy and raising awareness to change people's perception about women participation. Also, we need to change the narrative about women's participation, and we need to hear those role models. Even when we talk about the importance of mentorship for women, we need to change the methodology, how we're mentoring these women and inciting them to participate in politics by bringing them those role models who have already have the experience in the field. They faced a lot of challenges, they had a lot of opportunities, they know the process. So we don't need to learn about the experience itself, but we need to know how they have managed to overcome those obstacles. And this is the wealth that women who wants to enter the political life need to hear, because this is part of their emotional intelligence. This is very important because Excellencies talked about that we need to believe in ourselves. This is very important. That we need solidarity is very important, and we need to have collaboration. And I'm very happy that all the women and also men here that are present in this conference are very passionate about the subject, and I would recommend that from here, when we set up a coalition to end gender inequality in Africa, that we work on a mentorship, a very practical mentorship program, using the skills of all those wonderful ladies and also men who run in politics, so that they can provide us with a mentorship program to encourage women to participate in politics. The last point that I wanted to talk about is that we have I have two important points. We have advanced legislation, we have issues related to the implementation. We set up quotas systems, whether at the political level or at the economic level. But the problem is that we're still thinking about quotas, we're not going beyond quota system. Because quota system is true that it helped reinforce in terms of quantity, more specifically the participation of women, but it did not impact the quality of their participation in the sense that it impacted the daily lives of women. So we have to think about strategies and approaches how to go beyond the quota system. The last point, which is important, and I'm happy that we have panels that talks about public-private partnership, we need to find out ways how to promote women economic empowerment. There is no women political participation without economic empowerment. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I truly and honestly believe that this African Women Conference is not a conference of slogans. This is a conference of action. Yes. I truly believe that, and throughout the process, when I said in the opening ceremony that the few months before we came here, we worked just on WhatsApp in preparation. So we don't need borders to start working. So my center, International Center for Diplomacy in Africa, my home, is ready to collaborate with you to start building and developing educational tools, educational tool guide for women political and economic empowerment using benchmarking,
because we want African benchmarking. Always looking for international benchmarking, but we heard a lot of success stories throughout different African countries for women empowerment, so we need to learn from that. And also the second thing is that we wanted to create our own mentors throughout different African countries through the tailored training of trainers so that they will be mentoring other women across the African continent. And the last thing, when I said we worked remotely online, we can develop a digital platform that has all the type of information that we can share for women empowerment, including a mobile application. All of us are using mobile phones, so we can by a click on our mobile application, we can have all the information necessary to empower us to fully engage and participate in politics and public life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karima. Very precise and concise there.